Okay, now that you've got a Pixingo account and you're a little bit familiar with the RIPPLE campaign tool, I'm just going to walk you through a few things that will help you make the most out of your campaign. Remember, just being personal makes a huge difference in your business, and you're going to stand out from the competition. So have a lot of fun doing this. And I'm just going to give you some guidelines, some things to think about, and then you can take it to wherever you'd like to go. First of all, let me just point out a couple critical things. People forget approximately 50% of what they learn in one day. So I don't even expect you to remember everything I'm going to tell you right now, because the fact of the matter is you forget. We all forget. 77% of what you learn is usually gone in 6 days, and then 98% after a month. Can you believe that? That's kind of amazing. And here's some of the reasons. You forget the information because it might seem too familiar to something else you've already learned, or the information hasn't been retrieved or rehearsed or repeated, therefore it just kind of goes away. And then finally, it's just not considered important enough to commit to memory. So that's your job as a marketer, is to combat these 3 reasons. And here, let me give you an example. Look at this penny. Look at all these pennies. Which one is the real penny? I mean, you've been holding pennies, using pennies, exchanging pennies all of your life. How come right now you can't tell me or yourself which one is the real penny right away? I mean, you've probably had hundreds, if not thousands of them slip through your fingers. Well, that's because it's not important enough to you. You know what the value of a penny is, you use the penny, but the details of the penny just have never been that important to you. That's what we're talking about with marketing. Being top of the mind is so critical. And so people forget you. By the way, here's the answer. If you didn't already know, the answer is this one right here. That is the correct penny. Okay, so getting back to this, people forget. And being a marketer, it is so smart for you to realize that. What you share with someone, the contact you made, the great feelings you had, and how optimistic you felt about that meeting, you have to know that very soon 50% of it is gone, and then soon 77, and then almost 100% of it is gone. Now, here's something we do know also. People will forget what you said, and they will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. That's what we're about. That last part right there, making them feel important. What RIPPLE allows you to do is reach out to people. They're going to be connected to you because you're the person actually doing something that's physical, that they can hold in their hands. What you do with RIPPLE, you're going to inform people about your business in a way that is so unique. It's amazing. When everybody went social, there were some of us who decided to get personal, and that is the difference. With Pixingo, you can promote your business using the campaign tool. You'll generate more leads and absolutely generate more loyalty with your customers or your contacts, okay? Because 98% of consumers bring in the mail the day that it's delivered. 98%. And 77% sort through their mail immediately. That's how you're going to stand out. And you don't have to do it all at once. This is what's so powerful about this type of marketing. You look at your competitive advantages, what makes you unique, what makes you special, what makes you stand out, and lay them out on the table. And then organize them and separate them so that you don't have to say it all at once. With the RIPPLE campaign tool, you don't have to do it all at once. Utilize the tool and then place those messages in bite-sized pieces, in one card after the other. And then this whole idea of people forgetting and the reasons why they forget and how time goes by, they forget, that won't be the case for you. They'll take in those bite-sized messages, and then you'll just be this remarkable person, this remarkable contact that is so different than anybody else. Okay? I'm going to go over some really key ingredients that you're going to make sure you think about when you make a campaign. But first, I want to go over some of the don'ts, things you want to avoid in marketing. First of all, think benefits. There are so many businesses that are and people that have great gadgets and ideas and products. All they want to do is talk about the features, the features, the features. But what really matters are the benefits. And here's the difference. Interest rate versus payment. You see the difference? Interest rate, okay, that's I can lock you in at this interest rate. If you're hurrying close on your home, you'll get this interest rate. But what they really want to know is, what's the payment? Because that is the benefit. Always ask yourself, am I talking about features, or am I talking about the benefits that my product or service will bring to the person I am marketing to? How am I going to solve their problems? Those are the things I'm going to put together in bite-sized pieces and drip on them, and I will stand out. Here's another thing: too many colors. So avoid lots of colors on your marketing pieces. Too many messages. That's why we're talking about bite-sized pieces again. Focus on just a message or two, and then save the next great message for the next campaign, the next card. You don't have to fill every inch of the card. You do not want to do that. White space, look at this white space. That makes a difference, and it helps you focus. Your eyes focused over here for a little while, and then of course they were focusing over here as we were talking. And then of course, multiple fonts. Stick to one or two fonts and then be done with it. Don't change up, and don't play with all the fonts. Pick one or two good fonts and then work with that. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so here are the key ingredients to a successful campaign. These apply to every single campaign. Now, I realize on your campaigns, there'll be some cards that are just like a thank you note, and that's beautiful. But when you're trying to market a message, here are the 6 key ingredients I would like to make sure I point out to you so that you can think about them. Number 1 is a headline. A good headline takes up about 15% of the card, and it's something that's going to grab their attention, some statement that makes them want to pay attention. The second one is, there's a main message, a main point that you want to bring across to your prospect or your customer, where you're talking about certain benefits. Not lots of different messages, one main message that has some sub benefits, okay? The next one is an offer, something that is time sensitive, like this expires in so many days or on this date. Some kind of offer that is clear and easy to understand, and then has some kind of timeline attached to it. The next one is a call to action. So you're going to ask them to do something. Come in today, or come in this week, or call me, or let's talk on the phone, or visit this website. Those are calls to action. And having something that's time sensitive with call to action is really, really powerful, okay? And then, of course, your name, your company name, and your logo. You will always want to make sure that that's on your marketing piece, but you absolutely don't want it to be the main focus, okay? Your main focus is over here, right? That headline. And then there's like this branding right here. It's subtle, but it's always there, okay? And then your contact information. Okay, so those are the 6 things that when you're building a campaign or one card or multiple cards, these are things to think about and memorize them and commit them, and then you'll know that you're doing the right thing when you're marketing, okay? All right, so let's see what that looks like on a real card, okay? So you can see we've got the headline, here's the offer, your contact information, a call to action, and a logo. Look how easy that is. And we didn't need to fill the space. And there's a lot of open space right here, okay? Let's look at the back. The back is nice because this is where you can put some of those benefits, as you can see right here. And notice that the contact information is on the back also, and here's our logo. So those are some things you want to look at when you're building a campaign and creating a card. And then be consistent. Have some fun, but be consistent. Don't start 1 month and then go months before you do it again. That's not keeping you and your business top of the mind. You want to be top of the mind? Be consistent, because consistency compounds. Most businesses make this huge mistake. They give it 1 shot or 2 shots and they go, oh, this isn't working. That's impossible. Every great relationship that you have with anyone or any business took time. You know, the wheels start to turn after 2 or 3 of those, and you keep going, and you're going to find out that you're top of the mind and you're the one that they want to do business with because they trust you. And that's what you're doing. You're building trust, and it takes time. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some campaign ideas, okay? So these are just some things to think about, because if I were you, I'd do multiple card campaigns, but sometimes you kind of get stuck in a rut of like, what do I talk about? Or what do I share? You know, Here are some things. Always remember benefits, benefits, benefits. Okay, but these are things you can play off of those benefits. Show gratitude for the relationship or the customer. Always drip on them with special offers. It's always a good idea to ask for referrals. Let them get to know you. Tell your story. Tell you how things started for you, or why you're in business and why you're doing what you're doing and why it's so meaningful to you and why you're so passionate about it. Tell that story. Let them get to know you. Drop in a picture of you or your team. This is a great idea, and that's give them fun facts about your industry or something that has to do that both of you would find interesting, you and your prospect or you and your customer, that you would have in common. Helpful tips and great advice. Become the expert in your field by being the one that shares these great tips, and they will trust you. That builds trust. Share stories of other customers that utilize your product or service. That way they can see you're not the only one that thinks it's great. Make sure you're always capturing your stories. Talk about upcoming holidays and events. Give them information that they may not realize is going on in your area and in their area. Share with them the advantages you have over the competition. Sometimes it's not so obvious to them, but it's obvious to you. And so this is a great opportunity for you to point out why you stand out above all the others. And then special announcements. So there's 10 solid ideas right there that you could work with. And I'm sure just by looking at this list, you're going to come up with another 10. But that's the whole idea. You build cards, save them in your projects, and then tell Pixingo what order you would like those cards to go out and build some campaigns. And remember, you're just going to drip on them. Bite-sized information that is delivered to your customers and your prospects over time will make a huge difference. It'll be your way to grow your business and grow your profits, I promise. Now, if you didn't realize this already, you can go to Pixingo, and right up in here at the top of the page, there's the personal section, there's the business section. If you're looking at using the RIPPL campaign tool for your business, you're going to want to check out and click on this, because we've got templates in there that you can utilize if you need help accessing a list and so forth. There's good resources in there. So check that out. But go ahead and get started building a campaign for you and your customers, and start with one card if that's all you can do right now, and then slowly build it up. There's all kinds of campaigns that you can build. And with RIPPL, we make it super easy, where you can drag and drop and place them in the order that you want. And then when you're ready, you just start adding contacts to your campaign, and you will be a marketing expert. Okay, that's it for now. If you need more help, you can reach us at support@pixingo.com. Thanks for listening.